Let's save some money, honey.
Hello and welcome to my first ever episode on my channel, Chars Cheap Tricks. Today's episode is going to be slightly different to the original format of all of my other episodes because we're all stuck in lockdown, so we can't really be going out and about in the world trying out these cheap tricks, so we're going to have to do it from the comfort of our own homes. And my channel is going to consist of vlogs and challenges, and today's episode is going to be a challenge. And I'm stuck in lockdown with my family, not stuck, love them to pieces, so I thought, why not create a bit of family fun as well and get all of them involved? And I've come up with a really exciting, I hope, episode called Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest. So we've all heard of programmes such as Come Dine with Me and MasterChef, and I wanted to create a combination of the two but put my own cheap trick spin on it. So the show is going to happen over 4 consecutive nights, and I'm going to be asking my mum, my dad and my sister to come up with a meal using the pantry, otherwise known as the cupboard, and they've got to cook for the 4 of us. And it basically is just a simple way of showing you that you can create some amazing meals, hopefully, depending on my family's cooking. Don't want to name and shame anyone. But you can create these amazing meals for literally less than a fiver for the 4 of you. On to the next stage, I'm going to go and spend my day reorganising and pricing up the cupboards. I'll see you in a minute. And I am done. So 2 hours later, I've managed to put the prices on everything in the cupboards to make my makeshift shop, so that now my family can get planning on their recipes. I've got pretty much all of the numbers from Asda. That crashed towards the end, so the last couple of items were Tesco's pricing, but apart from that, everything is pretty much the same and pretty an average rounded figure. So we should be getting the best that we can money-wise from the whole lockdown scenario. Now all that's left to do is to get my family in and get them cooking. Hello, right, it's my turn, night 1, I'm cooking. So I'm making vegetable chilli for my family with rice and garlic bread. I've given myself tinned tomatoes, peppers and onions, and I'm adding all the rest up, and I'm going to tell you at the end how much this will come to. So just thought crack open one of these bubbles for my effort and give you an midweight review. So let's have a look. We've got chilli is bubbling away, simmering nicely. The rice is basically done, and let's check out the GB. Oh, I'll do that. Okay. Right, time to get some plates out. Right, and we are done. I mean, this is hardly 10 out of 10 for presentation, but considering it's all just slop, 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 I'm quite impressed. Time to go and get my family. Okay, here we go.
Oh my god!
Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. Take whatever one you want. Yeah, I know, sorry. Em said she's hungry. Right, we've all just had dinner. I think it went quite successfully if you ask me. I figured out the maths here in this lovely little revision card of mine. Turns out the whole meal will come to £6.56 for 4 of us. So that is £1.64 per portion. If you ask me, that is an absolute bargain for what I would say was a lovely dinner. But time to find out what my family thought. Back in a tick.
I have to say I was rather impressed with the meal. I was very surprised at the fact that it was a vegetarian meal and it was so tasty. and to be frank, I didn't really notice the fact that there wasn't any meat in it or miss the flavour of meat. I can quite see why it is a student meal in terms of the level of cost, as it is quite a very, well, in my view, very cheap meal to make. As an overall score, I would rank it as 7.5. You may ask why the low score. Well, to be perfectly frank, because I want to win the competition.
I think considering how cheap it was to make and how much it made per portion, I think that definitely factors in, because normally I don't like courgettes and stuff, but I actually ate pretty much all of it. So I think I'd probably give Char a 7. Purely because I don't normally eat that stuff, but I liked it.
Really nice dinner, Char, and as it was a vegetarian one, it was really tasty as well. So we've had a lot of vegetarian meals over the last few months, and that was really, really lovely. So for that reason, I'm going to give Charlie an 8.
Seems as though my family were pretty impressed with my meal, and I scored 22.5 out of 30, which I'm very happy with. So now it's time for night 2 to head over to my dad and see what he's got in store.
Good afternoon, and welcome to day 2 of Chars' Cooking on a Budget Catering Challenge.
I think he means Chars' Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest.
Now, for my ingredients, I have been presented with beef, some mushrooms, some Spanish onions, and regretfully, I'm going to have to use my beer in the food. So, with this little challenge presented to me, I thought maybe the easiest thing to cook would be a beef in beer. Now, to start that, I'm going to slice the onions up, marinate the onions with a little bit of garlic, and then fry those off gently. And more importantly, I'm only going to turn the temperature up and sear the outside of the beef. So that's what I'm going to do to start off with. So what I'm going to start doing now is building the gravy. What I want is a really dark, rich gravy to try and make out of this, to bring out the beautiful benefit of the beef. So I'm just going to do that straightforward with an oxo, and then add some Worcestershire sauce, and that's when we then start adding the beer as well.
Two hours later.
Whilst you stare at this lovely picture of pie and mash, I get to go and eat it, so we'll check back in with the family in a mo to see what everyone thought of the dinner.
Okay, so running through the ingredients there, I think it works out around about £16.20-ish for the total meals. The advantage of doing a bigger meal like this is it's made more than 4 portions, so we're actually going to get 6 out of that. So splitting that down more, it works out around about £2.80 per person. Fairly big meal, fairly big price, probably not the most competitive, but hey ho. And it's over to you guys now for voting.
It's a very good meal, but it's something that I would always normally eat, or Dad does a lot. And I think in comparison to Chars, which was something that I don't normally eat, and I specifically like that, I think score-wise it's probably the same. So I think I'd probably have to go with a 7, because it was as good as it always has been.
So tonight I'm probably going to give Dad an 8 out of 10 because his steak pie, actually I'm normally vegetarian, but tonight I broke the rules for Dad's steak pie and it's a bit of a family favourite, so I'm very glad that I did, and it was delicious and flavoursome and I would have it again.
Really good dinner from Richard. It was pie, which I haven't had for a very long time. Very heavy though, and the portion size was massive. The only other thing I'd criticise is the carrots. I'd probably want them done a little bit softer. So for that reason, and for the price and the value for money, it was good, but I think Charlie's was cheaper. So for that reason, I'm going to give Richard a 7.
Dad managed to get a respectable 22 out of 30 for his steak pie. However, I am still in the lead with 22.5, which he will be fuming about. Next up, we've got night 3 to see my sister's attempt of how to make her fish cakes from scratch. Over to you, Em.
Hi, welcome to day 3 of Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest. Today I'm going to try and make fresh fish cakes with couscous and salad. Okay, so first things first, I need to peel and chop the potatoes and onions to put in with the fish cakes. And then I'm going to probably stick the fish straight in the oven and cook that with some lemon and just some light seasoning. Okay, so next stage is going to be shredding up the fish and mixing it all together with onions and spring onions and hopefully some spices as well. And I'll do a little test one for frying it.
Yeah, good idea. Make a mini 5 one.
Yeah, there's only a mini one left. Okay, so I'm putting these in the fridge to chill, and in the meantime I'm going to be making salad and couscous. They'll be in there about 20 minutes before we can dip them into the egg and the breadcrumbs. Yeah, but it's so simple and it's so long. But I bet they're so tasty.
Right, we'll all check back in after we've eaten. Well done, Em.
We just had our dinner. I thought it went as expected, to be honest. Overall, it came to £6.32 for 4 portions, which meant it was £1.60 per portion. So I think because of that, it was alright. I think it could have gone better, but I'm not a natural cook, so we'll have to wait and see.
Right, I'd like to give Emma a 7 out of 10. The meal was very nice. It probably could do with a little bit more seasoning. And value for money was great, especially as one landed on the floor, so that was a bonus. Yeah, good all round, especially as she never cooks, so hopefully that will give her an incentive to cook again.
Okay, so I'm going to give Em a 6.5 out of 10. She tried really, really hard, and you could tell. She's not a natural cook, bless her, but the value for money was amazing. The only comment I would say is that you couldn't really taste the fish in the fish cake.
I thought today's meal was very nice. It was quite a straightforward dish, but obviously it was based very, very cheap and economical meal to make. It's very flavoursome, thoroughly enjoyed it. I have to say I would quite have enjoyed a bit more of it. A bit more of a meal, maybe another fish cake. Overall the taste was very good. I would give that a 7 out of 10.
So for all of our hard efforts, Em's managed to achieve 20.5 for her fish cakes, leaving her in 3rd place, and only my mum left to cook. So on to finally night 4 to see what's in store for us.
So it's day 4 of Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest. Right, I'm doing 2 dishes because we've got vegetarians in the house. So I'm doing a katsu curry, chicken katsu curry, and then I'm doing a massaman, but I'm making it vegetarian, so I'm not putting the beef in it. So I'm just using Simply Cooked recipes. So I've got their flavours over there that I've got to add, and I'm kind of going to improvise a little bit with what I'm doing. So I'm making it up a bit, but also following a bit of a recipe. First things first, I need to get the new potatoes on because they're probably going to be the things that cook the longest. Then I'm going to prepare the vegetables, and then I can start cooking it all once I've done the dot prep. So this is for the massaman. the oven for 20 minutes, and I'm also going to put the rice on now as well because that takes about 15 minutes. Now just got to stir fry all the veg whilst everything else is cooking. Now I'm going to make the paste and the sauce for the chicken katsu curry because the chicken's in the oven and I've got to now do the rest of it. Massaman curry, chicken katsu curry, rice, spring beans and naan bread. Welcome!
Right, we'll report back after we've eaten. This looks amazing.
Just worked out the price per person, and in total for both meals it's come to £15.20. Works out at £3.80 per person. I think it went very, very well. Got some good feedback, although they were trying to be subtle. But I knocked it out the park. And now over to you for the scoring.
Okay, so I think I'm going to give Mum a 9 because I ate basically a whole naan to myself. And it's a very, very good meal, although not the cheapest, which is why I think I should mark it down a little bit. Purely because it's from Simply Cook as well, so not entirely Mum's idea, but it was the best meal of the week.
Okay, so I'm going to give Mum a 9 out of 10 because I think her meal was by far the best of the week. It's not the cheapest at all, but I would say the price was worth it. And also, she did use Simply Cook, which this isn't an ad for, but it was amazing and I would highly recommend those recipes.
Okay, so tonight's meal was pretty stunning, and it hurts me to say that. Overall, to produce 2 meals, 1 vegetarian and 1 normal non-vegetarian meal was a very good idea. All the plates were cleaned. I would give the score, I would give 10, but for the simple fact that recipe mixtures were used rather than fresh, I would give the score a 9 out of 10. But no doubt it was probably the best one of the week.
As Mum's meal last night was the last meal of the week, tonight we're hosting award night, so keep watching to find out who the winner is. All I have to say is someone's taking this award ceremony extremely seriously. What the hell? And another person taking the award ceremony extremely seriously. Welcome to the results of Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest. We're going to find out who the winner of this week's challenge was. So, good luck everyone.
Thanks.
Get a speech ready.
And in 4th place we have, drum roll please.
Oh. Well done.
With how many points does it not say?
20.5.
Well done.
Well, I gave you 7. I gave you 7.5.
No you didn't.
7.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
And in 3rd place we have, drum roll please. Dad.
Oh!
Not expecting that.
Tactical voting.
Don't be a sore loser.
How many points?
22.
You already just beat it.
Wait. The winner of Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest is Mum! So I got 22.5.
Yeah. Oh.
And Mum got
30.
No. You got 27.
Oh.
Smashed it.
Well done.
3
Well
nines.
done, 3 9.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Patient. It's only bloody quilted.
How do you feel about coming fourth?
Not that bad because it was expected. I'm just very glad that Dad beat me slightly, so that definitely makes the last place feel a little bit better.
So Dad, how do you feel about coming third place?
Gutted. To be honest. My new flip-flops, by the way. I was pleased about my flip-flops. Absolutely going.
Oh.
It took days to do that now. 2 days to do the stew. I can't believe it. I think it's the vegans that have voted against it. That's what they've done. That steak pie was perfect.
Why? What did you do? Give him 7.
I gave you
I think I gave you 7.
No,
That took 2 days to cook that pie.
Not that we're competitive. Well deserved winner, eh? 999.
Emergency.
Right.
Cheers. Cheers to the
Thank
winner.
you for
Cheers to the winner.
participating in Chars Cheap Quarantine Cooking Contest.
Well done,
And
Chars.
thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Bye. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching my first video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we all have. And remember to hit the subscribe button on my channel and turn on the notifications for my next video. I'll see you then. Bye.
Let's save some money, honey.
Let me do it. Wait, I'll try again. Okay.
New flip-flops.